The time has come for me to talk about my favorite Pokemon. So instead of a normal top 10 list, I like to do a top 12 list. So it's like two teams. This list is constantly changing, so maybe this time next year I'll do an updated version. But anyway, number 12 is Sceptile. I just I've always really liked Sceptile. That's who I originally chose in Emerald, which was my first game in Hoenn. And that's who I chose once again in Oris. And he really got solidified on my list when he gained his Mega Evolution and got the Dragon type, because that's my favorite type. So, number 11 is Chandelure. When I first saw Chandelure and I saw that they finally made a Ghost Fire type, I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. And I've seen some people actually complain about it being a chandelier, but I think it's awesome. It's just, what else can there be to say? And it's ridiculous special attack. It doesn't make any sense for a chandelier, but I love it. It's so cool. It's also worth noting that its pre-evolution Lampent has my favorite cry of all Pokemon. So, yeah. Number 10 is Volcarona, who was yet another Pokemon that when I first saw it and I saw its type, I was like, that is just beautiful. I am so glad they did a bug fire type, and it's just so cool and so strong. It's like it gives bug types a good name for sure. Number 9 is Tyrantrum. Like many people, when Tyrunt was revealed, I was like, we're finally getting a T-Rex, and it's just so cool. I mean, I know it's getting repetitive. Every Pokemon is just so cool, but Tyrantrum made me realize I like rock types, because I was like, Rock Dragon? That's awesome. And Grant, who is my favorite gym leader, uses one, so yeah. Favorite gym leader in Kalos, that is. Sorry, Drayden. Number 8 is Haxorus. It's just another Pokemon that I think is awesome. It's so strong. Its attack is like, it's just ridiculously high. And I actually, the first Pokemon that I ever caught shiny and was able to use in-game was Axew in X and Y. I caught it the day it came out, so I ended up with a shiny Haxorus, which of course everyone has because of the nature preserve in Black 2, White 2, but I know I caught it fair and square, and that was awesome. Number 7 is Krookodile. Yet another Pokemon where I saw its type, Ground Dark, and I was like, finally. And it's one of the few Pokemon where I really like every single member of its line. Like, they're all really good Pokemon. And I knew I was going to use Sandile from the moment they released images of that. And sure enough, I did. I also couldn't believe how good it was in-game because of its Moxie ability when I first played Black and White. It was definitely the powerhouse of my team for a while. Number 6 is Garchomp. Garchomp is really just a Pokemon I like because it's so strong. Maybe it should be lower on the list, but I just kind of keep it at the number 6 position because it's a solid Pokemon. Everybody likes Garchomp, and Cynthia's awesome. Number 5 is Charizard. I know that's kind of cliche, but at least it's not fucking Pikachu. So, Charmander was my first Pokemon ever, because my first game was Fire Red, and I chose Charmander. And I actually had Charizard in time for Misty, because I lost to her so many times, because I didn't completely understand the game. And I just swept through the whole game with pretty much only using Charizard. And it was my favorite Pokemon for a long time, until it was overtaken by the things you'll see. But then Gen 6 came out and revealed Mega Charizard X, finally giving it its much-needed Dragon type, and it put it back higher on the list. And it'll always have a special place as my first Pokemon, and my first level 100. Number 4 is Metagross. Metagross is just another all-around cool Pokemon. I can't exactly list why I like it other than it looks cool, and it's strong, so why not? Plus, it's the ace of my favorite champion, Steven Stone, and its Mega form is really cool. 3 is Tyranitar. Rock Dark is an awesome type, and you can't beat that sandstorm that it starts when it comes into battle. It's just such a powerhouse, and despite that double weakness to fighting, it's very difficult to take it down, especially for in-game playing. It always bothered me that it's the only pseudo-legendary that wasn't used in a Pokemon League in its debut game, counting Getsis as part of the Pokemon League for Black and White. Like, it could have been used by Karen, because she's the last Elite Four and she uses Dark-type, but that's for another time. I love Tyranitar. The number 2 slot goes to Salomons. He's always been pretty high on my list, just because he's a really cool dragon-type Pokemon. He was the first, like, real European-style dragon, and it looks awesome. And then he got solidified to number 2 when his Mega Evolution came out, because as you may have seen from my videos, I love using Mega Salomons. It's unbelievably powerful, and 2 awesome trainers in Oris use it, which is just a testament to its awesomeness. And my number 1 favorite Pokemon, of course, Hail Hydreigon. It's just the coolest thing there is. Obviously, by this video, you can tell I love pseudo-legendary Pokemon, so that helps it out right there. And then its typing, Dark Dragon, those are my 2 favorite types. That's amazing. And its cry is awesome. It's got a great ability. Like, there's just everything about it is cool. And it's the only pseudo-legendary used by a villain, which is a fun fact. So, yeah. That's my top 12 favorite Pokemon. Maybe it'll change in this year if we get a new Pokemon game with some Megas or even all new Pokemon. So, let's see.